What up, peeps? It's your boy Heckin. Welcome back to the channel. I got a lot of stuff for pickups this week. It's really like the last 2 weeks. But first, I want to start off by saying thank you to Nash. He sold me some Pokemon cards. I got a crap ton of them. I'll put an image up for you guys to kind of, get an idea of the kind of stuff I bought. But he also threw a lot of gifts in there, some late birthday presents, including this right here, which, if you know anything about me, I'm a huge wrestling fan. And I've been looking for this pop for so long. He actually found one and sent it to me for a late birthday gift. So thank you so much for that, dude. I also got a Munchlax Pokemon pop from him. And he sent so much extra stuff, man. He had a couple loose wrestling figures in there. He bought extra cards and sent me. He also sent me this, which is like the Battle Academy like starter box for me and my girlfriend to actually play the cards. I've been playing the card game, of course, on TCG Online for the longest time, and he drew this stencil of me. I don't know how well it'll show up on screen, but yeah, it's really well done. And of course, it's a little exaggerated, and he sent a nice little personal note, so I'm not going to read that, but it brought a tear to the big man's eye. All right, now as far as the games go, GameStop had a lot of really good deals going on this week. They had like 4 for $10, $5 or less, and a 4 for $40, $20 or less. And then there was just like some random stuff that I also ended up buying. First up, we'll start with the 360 and PS3. I got Face Breakers. Always heard that this game is fun. Have never played it, so that's why I got it, so I could try it out. And it was only like $6.99, so I figured I could take a chance on it for that. And I love boxing. I wish they'd make another Fight Night game. Then I got 3 PS3 titles. So we've got Metal Gear Rising. It's just one that I didn't have. And I'm trying to get all the Metal Gear games, obviously, because it's one of my favorite game franchises of all time. Now, Resistance Fall of Man. This was supposed to be like kind of on the same level as Halo, but that was the PlayStation's version. And this is a really good game. I don't think I've played Resistance 2 or Resistance 3. But I remember back when I got my PS3, really early in the life cycle, there wasn't as many games on it yet, and this was a really fun one to play. And then I got Little Big Planet 2 for $4.99, so now I have all 3 of the Little Big Planet games. I still got to get Sackboy's Adventure. Now on the 4 for $40 deal, I picked up Rayman Legends, the Definitive Collection for the Switch, or Definitive Edition, excuse me. And, I've always played the demo to this game, but I never pulled the trigger on it. But I figured I needed a 4th game, and I couldn't really find anything in the store that I could get. So I chose to buy this, and I'm having a lot of fun with it. It's a very creative, kind of 2D side-scroller platformer game. Absolutely baller, especially like on the Switch, man. It's kind of like a handheld type of game. And then I acquired Red Dead Redemption 2. I already own this digitally on the PC, but I wanted to own a physical copy of it, and I figured since, the 4 for $40 essentially makes all these games like $10, that was the time to do it. And I had no clue that this game is actually 2 discs, which I thought was crazy, but it makes sense when you think about it because this is a super long game. So I'll definitely be giving this another shot. And then for PS4, I got The Last of Us Part 1 remastered, and then The Last of Us Part 2. I never played The Last of Us 2. So I'm excited to play that one, which is also a 2-disc game. So, yeah. And from what I've heard, it's just as good as the first one, but it's like twice as long. So I don't know exactly how I feel about it being longer because I have such a big backlog. I don't really want to get bogged down on a game for so long. Even though I've been playing Scarlet and Violet out the ass, I got the DLC for that with the teal mask and the indigo disc. And then I've also been playing Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3. So I showed this in my last pickups video, but I went back to GameStop and I was looking for Call of Duty games because there's only a few left that I need. And the dude was like, well, if you have 3, man, I got extra steelbooks. So he just gave this to me, and I was like, wow, that's so awesome. They did have Modern Warfare 2, the remake, and this was a steelbook as well, so I went ahead and picked that up. I haven't played through the campaign on this one. Back when I used Gamefly last year, I rented this and I was playing through it, but the fucking game, like something in the story mode was kind of like glitched or whatever, and I couldn't get past a certain part. So I'm hoping to give it another shot at some point. But I've been having a blast playing Modern Warfare 3, especially multiplayer with a couple of buddies of mine, including M. Seamer, which he's actually pretty fun to play with, and he's pretty good at the game. So, and then just to complete the modern trilogy, I got Modern Warfare. This was the one that I needed, and only for like $4.99, so I thought that was really cheap for a relatively new Call of Duty game. I think it came out like 3 or 4 years ago, like right before Vanguard, I believe. So yeah, and I have played all the way through that one because I owned it on PC as well, but I'm trying to physically own all the games. Yeah, I mean, I thought this game was pretty good, man. I mean, obviously out of the modern times though, like the Cold War game is definitely the best. And when Gulf War comes out, that might change, because if it's made by the same people that made Cold War, and I believe that it is, it's going to be baller. And then the last game that I got this week, because it had a price drop, was Tekken 8. And this game is a lot of fun. I've been playing the story mode on it, as well as just some random fights in the arcade. The only negative I'd say about it is Eddie Gordo is a buyable character. Like, you have to pay like I think $5 or $8 to get him, which I think is kind of lame, because like Eddie has always been like included in the regular roster. So I don't know why they did that. I guess because everybody likes Eddie and they knew that they could get $8 out of somebody, but you know, shame on Bandai Namco for doing that. But other than that, this game is really good, and I've been playing it on the coolest thing that I got this week. Been waiting to get one of these for a very long time. A friend of mine wanted a Steam Deck, so he sold me this at a really good price. He said he'd only used it like 4 times. It came with a carrying case and a bunch of screen protectors, which I gotta get somebody else to put on, because like I am not good at that kind of stuff, like applying screen protectors. But it's the PlayStation Portal. It's got some fingerprints on it because I was doing a little touchscreen action there. But you know what, man? This thing has got a bad rap. This thing is a game changer. So I want to spend a few minutes talking about the PlayStation Portal. When I first got it, I tested Fighter Z on it, Dragon Ball Fighter Z, because I figured like a fighting game is one of those games that you have to have low latency or you're not going to be able to basically play the game. And I played it and it worked perfectly. So for all the people that are talking smack about the PlayStation Portal online, you guys are totally wrong. I assume that either people that have a bad experience with it either have a very bad router or they're trying to play somewhere else other than their house. And since the beginning, I've said this thing is not meant to play like outside of your house. This is basically just like a portable screen for around your house. And the reason is because all it does is it streams from your PlayStation 5. So, you know, if you have a game that you're playing on your wireless network, because, you know, most people don't wire their PlayStation 5 in to their router. So think of it this way, man. If you're wirelessly transmitting a game from your PlayStation 5 to your router, and then it's wirelessly transmitting it to the PlayStation Portal, now that's only like, it has to go through 2 different things to make it happen and back. But if you're like, let's say you're at your friend's house and you're on his Wi-Fi network, now we're talking about going from the PlayStation to your router, from your router to your friend's house's router, and then to you. And that is almost always going to cause a latency, because you're streaming a stream at that point. Or, you know, not streaming a stream, but, you know, there's just too many lines crossed there. I love it, and I'm super happy to have it. And that is everything for the most part that I got this week. So thank you guys so much for watching. I might actually do a review on the PlayStation Portal. Let me know if you'd be interested in seeing something like that. And I'll catch you guys next time.